We're live. There's a thumbs up there. Can everybody see us? I feel like the cameras are a bit angled. Should I scoot over this way?
No, he sorted it all out. It's perfect. Don't move.
It's perfect. Okay, he says it's perfect. Okay.
Oh, gosh. Hours getting these camera angles right.
Golly gosh.
This is complicated. You just arrive as the talent and you think everything's just going to be ready.
I do. That's exactly right.
We've spent ages setting up the shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, because you're the talent, the main talent, why don't you kick off?
Well, I just want to say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for your patience over the past couple of weeks, because we have not posted a video for 2 weeks. We are back now.
Well, that's not quite true.
That is true. It's been 2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks?
It is true.
It's been 2 weeks.
Has it been 2 weeks,
I stand
Chris?
corrected.
2.
I actually got a video out for our patrons, which means that those of you on YouTube, I'm afraid, won't have had a chance to see it. So I did post a video.
You did.
But it wasn't a YouTube video.
But not to the YouTube community. So here we are, and we have a lot to spill the tea on today, because we've been away for 2 weeks, and a lot has been going on. Even when we were away on holiday, Mapperton still has a way to make sure that we're attached to it.
I had almost forgotten about that. But it is true, because the first week of holiday while we were away, we thought we were just settling down into a quiet, relaxing routine, and sure enough, the phone rings. And when the phone rings and I can see that it's coming from Mapperton and people know that I'm on holiday, I have to say my heart sinks.
Yep,
and
it did.
And it was with some justification, because on the first time, because this happened more than once,
while we were on holiday,
it was because the water had gone and we had a wedding coming up that weekend. In fact, it wasn't a wedding, it was a party.
A huge party for 200 people.
But it was literally just before, and because it was on a weekend, we didn't have access to the people that we needed. And you know, I just have to say that when you are responsible for the flow of water, I mean, you're responsible for one of the key things that keep us all alive. And this whole community here relies on the Mapperton water system. And when it breaks down, I feel deeply responsible, and I feel very stressed about it.
And you were.
And
quite
so
rightly.
There was a good day or
2, possibly 3.
Where
it seeped into three.
We were on the phone with engineers, we were on the phone with Raymond, we were on the phone with people to supply temporary lavatories. We were on the phone with the events people, trying to make sure that everything was going to run smoothly and be communicated.
We even pulled over at one point.
I was posting to the community website, to Facebook, to make sure people knew what was happening. We were organising drinking water.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole operation when the water goes down.
Yeah,
and the thing is, it is a repeat of the same problem, which is that we have a very long length of pipe. In this case, it's relatively new pipe. It's only 7 years old. And we just were given a faulty batch. But it's a huge section, and bits of it keep breaking. So we are now going to pull the whole lot out. It's going to cost really a lot of money to do. But I just don't see any other option if we want to try and have the very occasional holiday without interruption. Anyway,
so on a more positive note, because there's always silver linings and everything, we both want to say a huge thank you to our patrons. We did a kind of a drive a month or so ago to reach the founding 500, and not only did we reach that founding 500, we exceeded it. It went quickly to 600. We are now at 650, and really for us, our ultimate goal is to get 1,000 patrons. That's what we see as kind of the end goal. And so each 100 milestone that we reach, we'd love for those of you watching who aren't a patron yet, you get something what I think is really special. So it went down like a treat with those of you who signed up for the 500 and 600. We did a digital scrapbook from never seen before photos of your ancestor, the 7th Earl of Sandwich, and he was very buddy-buddy with the royal family. So you've got Queen Victoria in there, in the photo albums, her children. You also have the 8th Earl as a young boy, very friendly with, at the time, the Prince and Princess of Wales, which of course later King Edward VII and Queen Alexandra. And we made this really cool digital scrapbook. Everybody loved it. So what we're doing now is we're at about 650 patrons. We'd like to hit that next milestone of 700. And this digital scrapbook, again, never.
So wait a minute.
Never seen before.
This is going to be a new digital scrapbook for everybody who signs up in the next up to 700. So we've got about 50 to go.
Yeah, and those of you who are already patrons, you're going to get this already.
Everybody's going to get it.
So it's almost like every time we hit that milestone, 700, then 800, then 900.
There's an extra gift.
If you're already a patron, you're going to be getting these gifts. So,
but you don't get it unless you join in this tier. So you miss it. If you're 701, we're really sorry.
No, don't say that.
702.
Don't say that. No, obviously that's exactly what happened with 500. We blew it out of the park, and we hit 600 so quickly.
The water or the park?
We blew it out of the park.
No, you hit it out of the park.
Oh, hit it out of the park.
Or you blow it out of the water.
Okay, water, park, because water's been on my mind, so obviously, but one of those phrases. And so we were quite generous when all of a sudden we hit kind of 605.
By the way, lots of people are going to write and say that was so annoying of me to be pedantic. And you're quite right, and I apologize, actually.
So let's bring the camera over here. What we have here, which is beyond exciting. I mean, I'm excited about it. And also I sent this today to just our house volunteers. We obviously have house guides. They volunteer their time. They give the tours 4 times a day throughout the entire season, 6 months. And when I sent this to them, everybody went nuts on this WhatsApp group. And that means if you're a part of the 700, you're going to get this as well, plus some other treats. So let me just explain a little history. Timeout won't take me very long, but everybody knows that this is a Tudor building, and the land came from really the Brett family, then the Morgans built the house, then the Broadrips also extended it and did a lot of adaptations, and then the Comptons came in. And these 4 families, the Bretts, the Morgans, the Broadrips, and the Comptons, they're all the same family. So you're looking at really 600 years of the same family. The reason the name changes is because it went through the female line several times. But you've got to think of Mapperton having been in the same family for 600 years until 1919. And that's when it was sold to a widow. Her Dutch husband had died the year before. And in 1919, Mrs. Ethel Labouchere, we've spoken about her quite a bit on our YouTube channel, bought as a widow Mapperton. And we don't know anything about Ethel. They never had children. She was one of 9 or 10 children, and none of her siblings had children either. So we don't have a picture of her. We don't have any of her paintings, but we came across this in the Muniment room, and we now have her signature. And what this is, and maybe you want to explain exactly what it is, just so you can talk a little bit, because I feel like I'm dominating.
So
it's so exciting.
This is the brochure of Mapperton for sale in 19...
19, it says on there.
18.
No, it's when you open it up, it's 1919.
1919.
Yep.
There you go.
1919.
So this is the brochure. Sale on Saturday, August the 3rd, 1919, in Dorchester, of the ancient manorial estate of Mapperton in the Catterstock country of the county of Dorset. And it lists the particulars on this front page. I'm not going to go into all of it.
No.
Because you will be getting this if you join up and become a Mapperton 700 member. But it lists the house. It lists the buildings around the house. And it also
does, I'm so excited, the photos.
Okay, we're getting to the photos. And it also includes which is just as interesting to me, it includes the areas of the estate that were sold at the same time.
So like Coatley, we just renovated.
There were only, the estate at that stage was only about a bit more than 1,000 acres, which is really interesting. And then within it, you've got these wonderful photos of Mapperton as it was then.
As it was, after 600 years of the same family.
Everything looking very neat and tidy, I have to say. It includes an iron-studded oak front door. Well, we still got that.
And then it describes literally and
it shows us how these rooms were decorated.
Laid out. We can't show you on camera right now because
see it now, but
we want you to become a patron to get this.
And
it talks about the stables,
the coachman's house,
the dovecote,
the gardener's house, 7 further cottages, etc., etc. So it's amazing how well laid out this all is, how precise all of the calculations are for the size of the acreage, all the different houses, etc.
The orchard where I do my apple picking.
It does have some prices there, but I don't think they would even make any sense today at all.
I looked at them, I was like, what?
And it also talks about an ancient stone garden house, traditionally the dressing room of Queen Elizabeth's bath.
Yeah.
So we've often wondered why we call it Queen Elizabeth's bath.
That's right, that's the one I went swimming in.
This is why it is Queen Elizabeth's bath. It doesn't tell us anything more than that, though, does it?
No, it does. It says.
Yes, a romantic
pool.
Reached by a broad flight of 17 stone steps and canopied by ancient yews. Look at this. The overflow feeds an oblong pool in the lower kitchen garden, which reveals to us that the pools were part of the kitchen garden originally. Mm-hmm. That's where the kitchen garden was.
I knew that's where the kitchen garden was.
The slopes of which are planted with fruit bushes, not anymore. Anyway, this is what you will get.
Right, this is what you get. And what's also interesting about how they're describing really the kitchen garden is because that is where our Italianate formal gardens are now. That's where the kitchen gardens used to be. And
it's the pools below.
That's what I mean. The pools below is where the kitchen garden used to be.
Yes, not the fountain court.
Sorry, not the fountain court, but where they used to be. But now you can see what Ethel had to work with from here to then also create the formal gardens down below. It's all listed here because it's all included. So we have that, and that's from 1919. And then part of the digital scrapbook will be this one, which is when your grandfather bought it from Ethel Labouchere after her death. He bought it in 1955. He then had Country Life, which is obviously the big magazine over here. They did a feature on Mapperton House in 1962. So part of this is you'll be able to see how he has changed a bit the way the furnishings are compared to what it was like in 1919. And even like looking now where we're sitting, it looks so different from where we are now. But I look at this and I'm like, we still have those two chairs and we still have that table. And this is in 1962. So, and there's so many amazing pictures in this one as well. Like, look at the library. It looks so different, which is really quite astonishing. I mean, look, I'm going through, there are tons. Look at the staircase hall. Look at, he has no Persian carpets there. I'd like to open that back up.
It was an empty hall.
It was an empty hall.
And look, he has the Samuel Scott above the fireplace as well.
Yeah.
So things were moved around. Things have been moved around. Things will continue to move around. Julie keeps moving things around, so I kind of forget, and the volunteers think they're about to introduce a picture over there, and suddenly, the Catherine of Braganza is over there. Oh no, that's where's Louisa Gottman? Where's? Oh. Yeah. It's all changing.
Yeah, Catherine Braganza probably will be leaving this room. Or not leaving it, but in another spot, because now we're going to move on to spilling the tea, because on Monday I was filming for the TV series that we can't tell you about that will be coming out in 2026, and part of that narrative is around the 18th century peacock tapestry, which so many of you donated to. So those of you who donated on Buy Me a Coffee, do check it out. I've just sent you, go to Buy Me a Coffee. I've sent you pictures from Monday and a big post around it. But my plan is that when that tapestry comes back, if it fits, it's going to hang somewhere here. Somewhere. It's 60 centimeters.
In here, in this room?
I think right there.
Really?
It's 60 centimeters.
Okay.
I think there.
We'll have a little debate.
I think it will be quite pretty right there.
Yeah.
Actually, to be fair, that's probably, you can't see it, everybody, but it is where the Queen of England is right now. We just might have to move her around, but I think that's quite pretty and it's going to look fantastic.
So almost as soon as we got back from holiday, and we were in France, followed by Italy, we spent a week in Julie's wonderful little Italian house, which many of you will know from her sister channel, which is called Julie in Italy.
Yep.
And then we drove back. We had this extraordinary drive through the Alps, straight through the Mont Blanc tunnel. Wasn't that extraordinary? At the start of the Mont Blanc tunnel, you've got this glacier coming down. You can see the edge of the glacier kind of.
Yeah, I got a bit claustrophobic. I was like, when is this ending?
It did go on quite a long time.
It's like 7.2 miles
through the mountains. under the mountains.
The 7, yeah, that's a long
And
time.
then once you're out, you're in wonderful alpine countryside, driving through past Geneva, Lake Geneva, along the motorway. And then we stopped near Dijon.
Yes.
And we stayed at a wonderful little hotel, which was actually the same hotel that we had stayed in on the way down. And the reason we stayed in the same hotel on the way back was that I managed to leave all my shirts.
He did.
So
In the
I
cupboard
spent a whole holiday without any shirts.
Well, without collared shirts.
And people might think that that's not the sort of thing that one does, but t-shirts were fine. I got used to
he
t-shirts.
just wore t-shirts the whole time.
And
Usually he's used to wearing collared shirts.
It was 40 degrees all the time, which is about 100, isn't it, Fahrenheit?
Yeah, it was.
So
something like that.
actually, I wasn't going to miss any sleeves at all. But anyway, we made our way back here, and then almost as soon as we got back, we went off in different directions. I came down here. You went off to
I went to
Wales.
film on the border of Wales in Hereford, which is technically, obviously, England. I filmed there for the TV series all day on Monday. That was a 3+ hour drive there, filmed for several hours, 3+ drive back. So I left really early from London, then got back in time for supper.
How did the electric car manage? Did you have range anxiety?
No, I didn't even have to, because I asked you to boost it up a bit more.
So it did the whole trip there and back on one charge. I mean, modern technology.
One charge, so great.
Yeah.
So then I had an early morning start yesterday, which was Tuesday. So I was up at 4:45 in the morning, got across town to St. Pancras International, which is right by King's Cross, and caught the first train out to Paris, which is was yesterday, the 7:01 train, and got into Paris. But immediately 2 stops on the metro to the Petit Palais, right off the Champs-Élysées. And you have to have scheduled times to go into the Petit Palais for the exhibition I was going to, which was the House of Worth. So the Worth exhibition, which is Worth Inventing Haute Couture. And it was everything and more.
Did you film it? Did you film it?
Oh yeah, not only did I film it for my American Countess channel vlog, because they allowed cameras in, which was great, but it's very vlog style. But also I've started something new called, any of you have heard of a platform called Substack. That is where, number one, where our...
Julie, everybody's heard of Substack.
No,
It's like the most famous thing.
Okay, I think some people haven't.
No, Chris,
Okay.
you heard of Substack?
No idea.
See?
What? I mean, even the first Earl has heard of Substack.
No,
I think so.
hasn't. A quick note on Substack is because I've been writing this book, I thought it'd be fun to start something on Substack. So check out gildedheiresses.com. All you have to do is go to that and you can see all my writing on the Gilded Age and of course your great-grandmother. And this just fed right into that. So I've just finished that article with pictures on my visit to Paris. Do check it out. And one thing I also want to mention is with Substack, what we now are doing is for both the American Countess newsletter and for the Mapperton live newsletter. They're both feeding through Substack. I put the details down below in the description, so do sign up. It's free. Just sign up for the Mapperton live newsletter. It comes out once a month. Also, I'd love you to sign up for the American Countess newsletter, which comes out twice a month. Head to gildedheiresses.com. All Substack details are down below, and it's a fun place just to write and put my musings.
So let's just work that out. You drove back over 1,000 kilometers from Italy to London. You almost immediately got in the car, drove another 500 kilometers and back to Wales. You then got a train the next day, early morning, to Paris, which is another, 500 kilometers, let's call it that, and then went back again. And then you got in the car and
right
you
after
drove
Paris.
another 200 or 150 miles.
Yep.
Why am I using kilometers? I guess because we've been in Europe.
Yeah.
150 miles to Dorset.
Dorset. I got here at 11 o'clock last night.
You could just stop?
No, after this
I just have Julie's got this sort of itchy feet aura about her at the moment. It's
you have to admit, from my
my
text messages yesterday, what was I texting you? How much I loved it.
Yeah, you said you had a brilliant time. No, I'm not disputing you had a brilliant time. I just would quite like you to stay in one place for a day or two. Are you here for a day or two?
I'm here for the next...
A day or two. Well, there is something rather exciting
days.
that is going to be keeping her, because on Friday we are going to a really exciting party where we have to dress up in Tudor dress. And it so happens that my favourite costume hire company, which is based also, I think, in Wales or Herefordshire, have completely run out of Tudor dress because everybody's going to this party. So I thought that's a disaster. And then Julie and I had a little look around. Not only do you have the most perfect Tudor costume,
which is not rented,
which
it's mine.
just happens to be hanging in your closet, but we also found a wonderful velvet suit for me
in one of the
which
trunks.
I think we're going to be putting on or trying out this Friday on camera. Is that right? Can that be true?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
So we are going to be filming that. It's one of the costumes I found in the trunk that had all the armor in it. And I don't, I suspect it was made for a fancy dress.
I think it was a costume made for a pageant at some point. I don't think it's actually Tudor.
No.
But you never know.
You never know. You never know. But I think
I'll get in terrible trouble if it really is Tudor and I
But
wear
I
it to a
think
Tudor.
from photographs, from photo albums from the 8th Earl, when he had his big pageant at Hinchingbrook, where they were reenacting.
There've been lots of pageants. We showed you some of the pageants, I think, on the film that you recently had restored.
Yeah.
Because that had a pageant from the 40s or 50s at Hinchingbrook.
I think it was the 40s, I think.
Yeah.
Can't
And it was in colour.
30s,
It was in colour, though. Do you remember that bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I think if I look back on the 8th Earl's photo album, I'm pretty sure that the outfit that you're going to be wearing is the outfit that he wore for that night. That was 1912.
Really?
For that 1912 pageant.
So we might be able to find a photograph of him in this costume. Can we have a look at that?
Yeah, I think I have it.
Yeah.
Well, I have pictures of him, and
Meanwhile, other things at Mapperton carry on. So we've actually had a record August for visitors, which was fantastic.
Thank you.
Over 2,000 visitors.
Yeah, 2,163
in August, which was a record. A lot of children, something like 300 children came, which is brilliant because we had a particular promotion around kids and families for August with Kids Go Free, and that really seemed to work, and they really seemed to enjoy coming. And we had a competition for the kids to decorate a piece of awning, and we chose...
Awning, I love you said that. You mean bunting?
Yes, I meant to say bunting, didn't I?
Yeah,
I guess they're related because you have bunting on awning, don't you? Yeah. Anyway, bunting. We chose the winner today, which I thought was excellent.
Yep.
A really high quality list of entries.
Yeah.
And so we now move out of August, which of course is vacation time, holiday time, lots of families. There are now no families coming to Mapperton at all.
Kids are back in school, like in America.
And it has reverted to an older clientele, and they're enjoying a quiet visit to Mapperton. There are new cakes that are going to be coming because it's becoming apple season. So I believe apple cake
There's a lot of
on
apples I need to pick.
Julie, I hate to say this, but the apples have come early this year.
Yeah, because of the hot summer.
And they are falling off the tree and rotting away. And that juice, that potential maple juice is sitting and draining into the soil and not into bottles.
No.
And you must be feeling kind of
I am.
frustrated
I don't even want
by
to go out
that.
there and look.
So, do you think we can try and find some support?
I did.
to help?
We've got an amazing volunteer community, and I put it out to the volunteers, and a couple have come back.
Have they really come back offering?
Yeah.
Do we have to go and pick up crates? To do that?
I think if I look at the Coach House Cafe, there should be
There
some
might be
crates
some
there,
crates.
and in the dustbin room, I should have some.
And I'm afraid it's not just apples; it's also plums
No.
and damsons.
No.
Beryl, wonderful Beryl, our housekeeper here at Mapperton, was to be found yesterday, perched in the pantry with blood and guts all over her fingers, except it wasn't blood and guts. It was damsons. She had been getting the stones out of all these damsons, and it had gone over. It's also the time of year when Beryl makes her wonderful apple spiced chutney.
Yes.
So she definitely needs some fruit for that as well. Anyway, as the seasons
I'm going to learn how to make
here,
make all this, but I just don't have the time right now.
we need to do some. I mean, people would love the recipe for Beryl's spiced apple chutney.
It's the best.
Oh dear. So we're definitely going to do that. So that's all been happening. We've also got animal movements going on at the moment. Now that we are running a larger project with more animals, obviously the pigs, the ponies, the cattle, the sheep, no beavers yet. We've got to make sure that they've got food. And this has been such a dry summer, it has been a real challenge to make sure that the animals have enough grass. And so we've been moving them around a lot. And guess what? There are sheep for the first time in the gallops.
I know.
In the big field over there. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah.
It's an amazing sight. I'm going to be going out and filming that. I'm
very
also
exciting.
I'm going to be feeding the cattle on Friday. And Claire and I are going to be talking about some of the changes that we need to make to the cattle population. And it's not all good news for the men, I'm afraid.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it there and we'll move on. Next topic. There we go.
What was wrong with that topic?
Next topic.
I think that's an important topic.
Yeah.
Male cattle have a hard time here at Mapperton.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. One thing that I don't think we've announced yet is normally recently in the past couple of years, we've always closed the house and gardens at the end of September. But this year, we are going to close the house because we've got Grand Historic Tours coming up, which is very exciting. So we sold out for our GHT again this year. This is our third year doing it. We are over 50% sold out for October 2026. So details down below if you're interested in coming here for 5 nights, 6 days, staying here with Luke and I, visiting other historic houses, going on the Jurassic Coast, doing yoga with me, rewilding walk with Luke. Like, it's full on black tie dinner, concerts.
I'm a bit worried about my rewilding walk.
Why?
Because I can't really walk at the moment.
Oh, I think you'll be fine. It's not for another month.
I know, but should we tell people what happened?
Well, you can tell people.
I had a bit of a mishap. Well, I was on a boat and I was picking something up, and it was a small sort of table, and it slipped from my hand and it fell on my big toe. Can I just say, the big toe has more nerve endings than any other part of your body, apparently, because it is important for balance. Nothing has ever hurt as much as that. And obviously I shall never experience childbirth, so I wouldn't begin to compare it with something like that.
Don't even go there.
But for a male of the species, breaking your big toe is one of the more painful things that can happen.
I've been hearing about this for a long time now.
You have, and the sympathy level has been going down and down and down, and I have noticed that, by the way. Anyway, it is gradually healing. It's kind of you to think that it might have affected my holiday. It didn't too much. That was all fine.
It didn't too much.
And I'm on the mend, and hopefully by the time our wonderful guests arrive in October, my big toe will be
Excuse me.
a topic of the past.
The sun is coming in. Ooh, it was just raining 5 seconds ago, and now the sun's coming in.
I think you were trying to cover over my big toe. Weren't you?
No, not at all.
Well, anyway,
so we've got great. So we're closing up the house end of September. I'm just going to move on from there. And we've got 12 wonderful guests, all from America this year, coming to our Grand Historic Tour in October. We're very excited. So we've got to get the house ready for that. But we've decided this year to keep the gardens open for the month of October, which is fantastic. That means the cafe will be open. And I think it's also really nice when the guests do come here to stay, that they can go to the cafe, they see other people lingering around, like they can see what it's actually like experiencing it when we're open to the public. So we've made that decision, and I've been in meetings today to talk about Halloween, and we're gonna do a Halloween trail, and we're gonna offer it's called Dead Velvet spooky brownies instead of red velvet. So
do kids even know what red velvet is? I don't know.
I think it's popular. I don't know.
I mean, sounds delicious.
Anyway, so after this, I'm heading into the North Stable block after we film this with Heather, who does the marketing for us, and we're looking in the North Stable block at past Halloween stuff because to see what we have and then see what we need to order.
There's a lot of gory stuff, I seem to remember.
We're not going to do so gory this year.
Why not? I like gory stuff.
Because it's too young a children, they're a bit.
Well, we can give them eye masks or something.
No.
No.
So we'll still be very busy in October.
You could have an age rating. It could be 12 plus.
So I'm just going to move on. We're still really busy in October. Obviously, Grand Historic Tours and the gardens being open and the cafe being open and our whole half-term Halloween week.
You've just reminded me of something exhausting.
Oh.
Which is, we've got to turn this room around.
Yes.
Like, this is the hall, but during Grand Historic Tours and for the rest of the year, it goes back into becoming a sitting room, which means this table needs to go, it means sofas need to come back in, it means everything needs to be moved around.
Yeah, it's a big project.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'll film that.
Are we really going to get that done?
Well, we have to get it done.
Oh, I've just remembered I can't help with that.
Because you're big toe.
My toe. Yeah, that gets me off the hook with that one.
Great.
I've been good at directing things though, haven't I? Don't you think? I've got really good at delegating, I think is important.
Fun. It must be so fun to delegate and not have to. But anyway, by the way, lifting things is actually really good for you.
Exactly.
Builds strength. So
no one should be complaining about lifting furniture, I think.
So the other thing, as I look around, we've got these lovely coffee table books. And I thought this would be a really good example. This is of Lismore Castle, which is connected to the Cavendish family, so Chatsworth House. And this is the size of my book. So
it's also written by my dear friend Laura Wellington.
Yeah, and my friend as well.
And your friend
so
too.
do check this out. And there's a lot of really good recipes in here. So it's very different from mine.
Can we give a shout out for Laura's book?
Oh my God, yeah, please.
So how do people get it? It's called Lismore Castle.
I think you can just go on Amazon.
And it's got wonderful recipes, flower arrangements,
Yeah.
gardens.
Food and flowers from historic gardens. And you've got a picture of Laura on the inside. Somewhere here.
Laura now lives at Chatsworth, which she will be taking on with her husband.
Yes.
And this is her book. We also stayed in the wonderful Cavendish Hotel up in Derbyshire.
Well, when we filmed that, I think I filmed a little bit of that when we went to Chatsworth for the Future Countryside Conference. We did do that, and that's when I bought this book. We got a tour at Chatsworth, and I bought this in their amazing gift shop. Anyway,
and this book is called The New Romantic Garden, and these are by the same publisher.
They are.
But this is now reminding us that somebody else has a book coming.
Me. So. We basically have kind of agreed the front cover-ish today. I just got an email before I went live on Spill the Tea.
But you can't say anything about it.
Can't say anything.
Sometimes
I can't even say.
Julie comes out with things without meaning to, so I just have to stop.
Yeah, just stop me. Thank you. I actually appreciate that.
Just occasionally.
So I've written, while we were on holiday, to and from those long drives was a fantastic opportunity for me to actually.
I was driving.
Right. I didn't drive any of it.
With my toe. And she just got to kind of tap away.
Well, it's electric, and there's not like you had to. I mean, and it was your left toe, so
no, I'm just getting out the violin. Come on.
So this, so it's getting there, everybody. I'm about to submit. There's 4 sections. I'm about to submit the last 2 section drafts.
When's it coming out? Come on, that's what we care about.
It goes to print April 2026.
And so it gets released?
September 2020. I think it's September or early October 2026.
So we've got to wait a whole year for your book?
Yeah, a year from now.
Oh my goodness.
I haven't finished it yet.
I know.
Yeah. We still have a whole photo shoot day to do.
It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be absolutely wonderful.
So.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah, anyway, so that's been a huge...
Oh, look, a salsa verde recipe.
Okay.
That is what I need. Seriously, no, that is exactly... I've been thinking about salsa verde for supper.
Okay, well, you're in the interiors at the bit.
I just
anyway, while he looks through... No, it's you were by the food. There's food there.
There, I've got it, okay. Parsley, basil, mint, garlic,
just use a bunch of good
capers,
greens.
Anchovy, and Dijon mustard.
And some lemon.
That's important, isn't it?
Olive oil, sea salt.
Yeah, fantastic.
Ground black pepper.
Okay,
remember that.
I'll remember that.
Right. So that's me and the book. And yeah, I think...
Could that be everything? I mean, we do a little list of things to remind ourselves so we don't forget anything. And I'm just consulting the list to see if we've forgotten anything. And you know what? I think we've just about got it all, but I've got one more thing.
Oh.
Which is, I've been doing something really important this week, which is working with West Dorset Wilding, who are running the Brit Valley project. You'll remember that is the big landscape recovery project of which Mapperton is a part. And we're getting to the really exciting stage because we're starting to work out exactly what areas are going to be doing what and what other things are going to be happening alongside nature recovery linked to people recovery. And one of the things we've been looking at today, because actually sometimes these spill the teas are a good opportunity for us to kind of update each other, we learn about stuff, is we've been talking about creating additional paths across the estate.
So people could walk.
So these are for people to walk and cycle and run.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But also creating some accessible paths so that people can go through in accessible vehicles. So four-wheel drive vehicles that people can use to get.
That is fantastic.
Isn't that fun? So we're really hopeful that we can create some of these here at Mapperton.
Wow.
And provide more access for people to come as well.
Yeah.
And then we have next week a really important health and well-being meeting where we're meeting with all the people involved in supporting local health and well-being through connection with the countryside. And they're all coming to Mapperton next Friday.
I didn't know that.
To talk about, is it next Friday or the Friday after? No, it's next Friday.
Okay.
Friday,
I was like, we've got a group tour this Friday, and I've got the Royal School of Needlework coming here on a Friday. What Friday is in September?
It is next
your
Friday. It is next Friday.
Okay, fine.
I did say next Friday.
That's the 12th.
And so we'll all be networking and working out how this project and how the Mapperton project can integrate with other things that are going on within the local health system, the local doctors' surgeries,
Great.
What we call social
It's amazing.
prescribing, etc. So these are all some of the really important bits of additional work and opportunity that we have here at Mapperton. I think that is about it. Let's remind everybody, please consider joining Mapperton as a patron.
50 more to go. We're at 650.
so
Help us reach the next milestone of 700.
700, and after that, we've got to get to 1,000.
Yep,
and once we get to 1,000, we will
we
breathe a deep sigh of relief, because it is our patrons who are providing such important support for all the important projects here at Mapperton.
And you recently did a video on that as well, discussing
We've talked about all the various things, and there's going to be more from us on the various repairs, restoration and nature recovery projects here that our patrons help support. All the money goes directly into those projects.
Yep. That's right. And I think that's it. So all the details down below. Always look at our descriptions down below. We've got a lot of details there on Grand Historic Tours, from signing up to our newsletter, etc., from renting one of the cottages here. Details down below. And it's good to be back.
It's good to be back.
Bye, everybody.